This is a quick body language breakdown of the slap that just occurred during the Mike Tyson Jake Paul weigh-in ceremony. So I'm going to go through it here in a slow motion detail. You see Jake Paul, he's crawling towards him, sort of like the guy out of what is it? Something About Mary, who comes the one that pretends to be have some sort of problem with his legs. And here you go. You see Mike slap and then point straight down to the floor. And let's just go through that again. So Jake comes in and tries to assert dominance. This is very common within the with chimpanzees and apes, but Jake looks more like a prairie dog as the way he pops up and quickly shows his head. So you can see Mike will have none of that. He quickly slaps him, almost like whack-a-mole, I believe the game is called. Children play it at arcades, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mike has been playing some sort of VR version of whack-a-mole, but with Jake Paul's head on it, something like that. I know there's a lot of advancements within training technology where you really need to visualize the opponent and you whack them like that. And something about the way that he whacks him and then points down at the ground, I think this seems like maybe a reset button that he uses within the VR headset. So I'll search around on the internet and I'll see if I can find some images of Mike Tyson wearing the VR headset. What we can learn by looking at the fembots in the background is that they are not even really interested in the fight. They do not really change expression at all, except for the one girl, second from the right, who does a slight step back. So she's paying attention, but the rest of them not really engaged at all, just sort of staring off with a vacant blank stare on their face, thinking about their paycheck or TikTok or something to that matter, I would imagine. Another thing that I picked up on during the slowing down of this video is if you listen to Ariel Helwani speaking very slowly, he sounds a lot like RuPaul, and that's kind of funny as well, so I'll put that in.
What did that feel like, and why did he do that to you?
Now, when you listen to Jake Paul talk, you can't pick up much apart from maybe the initial stages of CTE. He has a slight lisp, and look, I'm not one to talk about that. I have a little bit of speech impediment as well, and I got that from training Kung Fu.
He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap.
There's a section at the end where Jake gets up and he attempts to be very aggressive on the microphone. And again, it's an attempt to, like a primate, to assert dominance. But it's a little bit over the top, and he veers into parody. You see this very commonly when people go to karaoke and they attempt to sing something, but they're not confident with their voice, so they over-sing for comedic effect. Now, if Jake was at karaoke, I imagine he'd want to sound tough, and so he'd want to sing a tough guy song, but he'd come across more like sounding like Nickelback, I imagine. And so I might just put that over the top so you get a feel for that.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing, and this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am.